Hello out there, my name is Milesy and welcome to my channel. This is the fourth page of the sketchbook and I've been getting fairly comfortable with doing this almost every day. Haven't been every day, I've got a lot of other stuff going on. As soon as I upload this video I need to go do more other stuff, but instead of talking about the art piece, I want to talk about where I want to go with my art, with this sketchbook, and what my goals are, because I decided to use my Prismacolors for this, which I got these Prismacolors about 15 years ago, secondhand. They're very old, they're not very nice, and getting these other markers I've been getting lately has made me realize that these are not very nice, and it's kind of made me reflect on what I want to actually accomplish over the next year with these, with this sketchbook, with everything I've been getting in, because obviously improvement is a goal. I want to get better with drawing in general. I want to get better at being able to draw consistently. I want to get more comfortable with drawing, because I have this issue where I don't always want to draw, but I want to color something, or I want to paint something, but I don't want to do the line art. And even this one, I didn't want to draw anything, so I went onto my iPad and I just grabbed a piece of line art that I had done before and I printed it off, and then I used the light board to copy it in here. So I want to get more comfortable with drawing in general and just doing art and getting more consistent with my style. I have coming up a bunch of loose leaf sketch paper. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. So that will make it a little bit easier to be drawing more often. I want to get better at drawing without my iPad, because I've been digitally drawing for about 10 years, so trying to draw on paper always feels really awkward and uncomfortable for me. And I want to get better at pen control and using the tools that I have, because the line art portion of this, I used a pencil, and about half of this video is doing the line art at the end. The pencil takes so long. I like the way it looks, and it works for some pieces. It did not work for this piece. It really did not. And that one I find is a lot better for smaller pieces with a lot more detail. Something like this, where I was going for really bold, smooth, thick lines, just really didn't work with the pencil. So I want to get better at using all of these 800,000 multi-liners that I have. I've got so many fine liners, I've got so many brush pens. I want to get better at that. And I've got some things that I want to experiment with and test with. And I kind of need to get over this feeling that everything that goes into this sketchbook needs to be my best work. It's a sketchbook. I've got all this really nice paper and canvases and everything else for what can be my best work. So I think the sketchbook is going to start getting a lot more experimental as time goes on. I want to try to get better with shading styles. I kind of want to break out of this cell shaded style, not entirely, because this is very much a style that I'm comfortable with, but I want to start breaking out of that comfort zone. So I want to kind of try different types of shading. I want to get better and more comfortable with different types of materials. So I've got a bunch of Copic multi-liners, I've got a bunch of Micron multi-liners, I've got all of these other ones that I've looked at, and I just want to get more comfortable with them. And I want to get to a point where I feel like I can ink a piece by hand with a pen and not feel awful about it. And one of the things that I really want to do is get really used to my brush liners, because I've got a bunch of them and they always scared me because I never feel like I have a lot of control with them. So I got some brush markers recently that you guys haven't seen yet that I'm probably going to kind of use as some experiments to get more comfortable with that style of pen. I've also got a bunch of brush tip multi-liners that I want to get more comfortable with and just kind of see where it goes, because slowness has always been my biggest problem with art. I will get the sketch done really quickly, and then it will take me what feels like 2 years to do the line art. And by the time I get it down the way I want to do it, I'm just done and I don't want to color it. So I want to get over that. And I just want to find some better techniques for things. Also, I want to, I think, maybe get over some of the weird attachments I have to some of the tools and the methods that I use. Because doing this piece made me realize that, I don't know why, I've still got a whole bunch of Prismacolor markers that are, at the minimum, 15 years old. I know some of them are a lot older than that, but I think I just need to get more comfortable about it. And I've talked about this briefly before, but I used to do commission art a long time ago, like a lifetime ago. And I got so burnt out on never being able to draw something for myself and always having to deal with clients who wanted 8 million thousand changes that I just got to a point where art became stressful, and doing anything with art just made me feel almost ill. And I didn't want to do it. So that's one of the things that I've been really getting into lately, is drawing things for myself. It's why I don't take art commissions, aside from like every now and then I'll do something small if I kind of want to do someone else's character or something, but for the most part we're going to just be seeing on this channel, I think, my own art, not a lot of commission art. So there are going to be probably a lot of characters that you'll get familiar with. If you don't recognize this guy, this is Greg. He is the channel logo, so he might look familiar to you. And I just kind of want to, I guess, get more comfortable in my own skin and get some confidence back that I used to have. There's a word for it, and I can't remember the name of the effect. Is it Dunning-Kruger? It might be Dunning-Kruger. Where the more you learn about something, it will change your confidence level. So someone who just gets into something and just learns about it today or this week will feel really confident about what they know and will overestimate what they know and just get really, really almost overconfident about it. And then they learn a little bit more, and there is a very sharp decline in confidence, and it's called the Valley of Despair, where you get to a point where you know enough about what you're doing to know that you have no idea what you're doing, and it can really hamper people. That tends to be when people give up on something, is when they hit that wall where they realize that they don't know what they're doing, and it's hard, and it's a lot more hard than they thought it was, and it's just discouraging and kind of awful. And I feel like I've been there with my art for a long time. So getting the drive back to do anything at all has been really good for me. It's been I'm not even sure how to put it into words. It's just felt really good. It's been really refreshing and fun. I've been having fun, which I have not had fun doing art in so long. I was going through everything I've done this week recently to put it into a box so that everything can be in one place. Not this week, this year. Everything I've done this year so far, I've been putting it into a box, and I realized I have drawn more this year already since I rebooted this channel, so about 2 months of worth of art, if even that. I've done more this year than I have done in the last decade. And that was a really kind of sad realization that I had given up on art that much. Some people wanted to see some sketchbook tours. I've got a few, and I might give you some tours through them. There's one I've been trying to find from, no joke, high school, and I don't know where it went. And it's killing me. I think I might have thrown it away, which if I did, that makes me very sad. But I can't figure out where it would be. It's not where I thought it would be, so I feel like I might have just kind of found it the last time I was redoing this room and just decided, you know what, this is not worth keeping, and tossed it. Which is really sad. I feel like I might have tossed a couple of sketchbooks, actually. Because I know there's some that I just can't find. So I think it will be really nice to rebuild that up. And to get some more art and get some more finished pieces that I can feel good about. And a big part of that is going to be getting more comfortable with my art and doing things in better ways, finding more efficient ways to do it, because this was not efficient. Doing the outlines seriously doubled the amount of time this piece took, so I need to get better at that. I need to get better at using my markers, using the tools that I have. My pencils, I'm comfortable with my pencils. I just don't like them. They take forever. And I always feel like there are probably other ways that I could do it to get better effects. So I think the pencils, I just need to get better at my skill level with those rather than having to get comfortable with them, which means probably using my pencils more. So I've got a lot of plans, and I think trying to do 300 pieces in a year on top of anything else that I do, because I've got paints that I want to try out. I have got some more watercolors. I've got a bunch of acrylics. I've got some gouache coming in. So I can't put those in the sketchbook. They'll just bleed right through and it won't look very nice and it'll ruin the paper. And even this, because of how many layers I had to put on it, just destroyed the paper. But you can really see here how I'm struggling to get this to behave the way that I wanted it to. And I'm using the Staedtler pencil. I thought about using the Prismacolor one first, but I just really wasn't in the mood to deal with the pigment potentially smearing all over the place. I wasn't feeling well last night when I drew this, so I just drew it and then immediately went to bed very early last night. So I am editing this up and doing the voiceover about an hour before you'll be seeing this uploaded. So that's another thing, though, that I have been really having fun with, is even when I'm not feeling well, I've been defaulting to drawing, because it's hard to go into something like stitching where you have to count and be careful and do a lot of things when your brain just isn't there. So I've been having a lot of fun when I've been having my really low physical health days, just being able to pull out a sketchbook and doodle, or pull out my iPad and doodle. And later on this year, I just spent some money on a camera so that I can film these a little bit better, because trying to use my phone is another thing that I decided if I'm going to be doing these videos quickly and efficiently, I can't use my phone. It just takes too long to get the video off. So that's something that I spent some money on. I got a decent little camera. It's not great, but it will do. And the next thing I need to get is an Apple Pencil, which is going to be about $90 as well, because every stylus that I have doesn't work in Procreate. It will work on the default apps, but they don't work in Procreate. And I've got like 3 of them now at this point that I've tried. A couple of them almost work well in Adobe, but I don't like the way Adobe does things. There's a reason why I don't see hardly anyone on the internet using Adobe apps. Oh, my hair's in the way, hello. Using Adobe apps to do art. One, because a lot of people don't like the subscription and don't really understand the point of it, which, fair. But also, they don't work very well on the iPad, so Procreate's kind of where it's at, but I desperately need a better stylus, so I put money into the camera first. Next month, depending on how my finances look, I might go ahead and put some money into an Apple Pencil to see if I can really get Procreate to work, because if I can get that to work, that will greatly improve the time it takes me to do a lot of the line work. I can do my sketches digitally, I can do my line work digitally, and things will hopefully come together. I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on. I've asked you guys some weird questions lately in the community posts. So if you've seen some weird questions and you've answered those weird questions, those videos are coming up probably later this month. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye!